Hi there, Dr. Sheeper. Welcome back to the TGIF Talks, episode 79, I believe. Let me double check. Maybe even 80. It might be 80. Honestly, it's probably 80. Shut up, phone. Nobody cares. Come on. No, episode 80. We're not even doing anything special. Why didn't I think of this? Oh, my God. Anyways, I'm joined by my co-host, and I'm Phil.
Hi.
Let's roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First, we have how our weeks have been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by random fourth topic. Today's fourth topic is we're writing a book. This time we're actually going to do it. Not like we're speculating about writing a novel. This one.
Wait, is this old? Yeah.
We're actually we might actually intentionally do it. Anyways, so Phil, how was your day then? Because you seem to say that your weeks are boring, but was today interesting?
No.
Nobody stealing any $200 worth of meat?
No.
Oh, you were going to tell me something while I was there.
Well, yeah, you were making a comment, and the manager was literally 20 feet away. And I wanted you to, no, he didn't. He was not very fond of the moment. And he wasn't the one whose butt was getting chewed out. No, he was the one who was chewing out the assistant manager.
Ah!
He was chewing out the assistant manager.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he was not happy about that.
I could imagine.
I didn't really want you to I didn't really want to comment about it, considering he was 20 feet away.
Right.
So.
But what would your comment have been if I walked up to the meat counter? Can I get $200 in meat and walk away, please?
They would have been mad. They were not happy about that.
Yeah, I could imagine. But come on, people gotta have some humor in their lives.
But not with the comment like that though, because they don't know you.
Oh, that's
maybe if I did it, they'd jokingly be like, oh yeah, whatever. But like if you did, they don't even know you.
Did they catch the woman?
I don't know.
Cause they probably had her license plate.
They probably have.
They had all of her card information.
Yeah. No. I don't know if she paid in card. Well, maybe she did. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, no, I don't know how it all ended. All I know is that it happened, and yeah, we try to move on.
Bummer.
Yep. Basically, any amount of meat over $100, we walk it up to the cashier.
After that?
Well, we were supposed to do it before that.
Oh.
Because of incidents, we were supposed to do it before that.
Oh, there were other incidents?
This wasn't the first time, no.
Wow.
Well, people don't want to pay $100 for meat.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on the type of people.
Well, who wants to pay over $100 if they don't have to?
True. Honestly, they're in a bad part of town, okay? It's a bunch of poor people. They're coming in there. Gosh darn it. They're coming in there, and they're like, you're like, wow, this guy's a hypocrite, and he's using...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anyways. No. So all these poor people come in, they're like, well, I can't afford to pay my rent. I'm going to steal meat. Right.
Yeah.
That's a logical step there.
Yeah.
If you're going to steal meat, steal, the most cheapest meat and get, $100 worth of it. So if worst comes to worst, you at least end up buying a large amount of meat that will last a long time instead of, one fillet that will last you a half a meal.
Oh, no, they bought 8 fillets.
Okay, 8 meals. But you know how many pounds of hamburger you buy? You know how many meals that would make?
Yeah.
A lot.
Fillets are expensive. 20 some odd bucks a pound.
Oh my god.
Except it's by weight.
Need Wagyu.
I'm sorry, $22 individually. Wagyu's even more. Wagyu's $40 a pound.
Why didn't she want that?
I don't know. She wanted ribeye. People like ribeye.
I mean, yeah, but Wagyu is...
Have you even had Wagyu?
I don't know, I want to.
So how can you talk about it?
Well, I need to get a sous vide cooker. Then I can cook Wagyu.
Because I've heard mixed opinions about... I've had a manager that said Wagyu, it's not... The price doesn't justify it.
Oh, no. But that's besides the point. When you're buying Wagyu, the price means absolutely nothing. And you gotta imagine, these aren't the cows doing kung fu either.
But it also depends on what cut you get. I think. No, I think it is. I think it is a ribeye, the wagyu.
Oh, that's all you have? Oh, this is American or Japanese? I'm assuming it's American. Oh,
No,
wait,
it's from Texas. Yes.
yeah,
Wagyu is not a protected. Is not a legally protected term.
yeah, I know.
Unfortunately,
But I mean, there's Japanese Wagyu, which is...
that is what technically Wagyu should be from Japan.
Yes, there's American
That is
Wagyu.
what, but American what? It's kind of like champagne. Champagne is illegally protected. Well, no, actually, not in the U.S. Champagne should only come from the part of Champagne within France.
Yeah.
Almost every single
Same
country.
with a bunch of cheeses.
Yeah, almost every single country other than the U.S. recognizes champagne as a legally protected term.
That's because you know where that history comes from. About the 1800s, there was a wine tasting. I think it was at the World's Fair or whatever.
Yeah.
And the American wine beat out the French wine. And
Yeah.
all the other freaking European wines. The Californian wines
Yeah.
beat them out. And so, why would the U.S. protect such crap when we can make better wine? Now, wine tasting is actually full of crap. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
This severely unscientific method of testing wine doesn't matter.
Let's see.
Did you know wine tasting is just a bunch of crap?
No.
It's just, none of it's...
What?
No. Wine tasters are full of crap. They've tested wine tasters, and they don't
want.
actually know what they're talking about.
Is it so?
They couldn't tell the difference between a 5-bottle, like, I don't know. There's tests, I don't know if this is... I've heard that they've done tests where wine tasters couldn't tell the difference between a $500 bottle of wine and a $100 bottle of wine.
I see.
But, nevertheless, again, why would the U.S. protect crap? Not the rest of the
Why
world doesn't
not?
see it that way. But you know what? The world is backwards because apparently now, if we're back on the beef thing, people are eating not dead, they are dead, but old, dried up Holsteins and calling it premium meat.
Holstein?
Yeah,
What's a Holstein?
it's a dairy cow.
Oh.
People are killing old dairy cows. Instead of turning them into hamburger, they cut them up for pieces of good meat.
Mm-hmm.
No! It's an old cow. It gets turned into dog food and hamburger and byproduct. It does not get turned into freaking priceless cuts of meat.
Yeah.
But they do. And they're selling like hotcakes for stupidly expensive
Well, they don't
prices.
sell it at Hy-Vee because all of Hy-Vee's meat is at most, I think, 18 months.
Wow. Damn. Hy-Vee's getting the...
Yeah, literally.
Even like the cheap packaged hamburger?
All of it.
Wow.
6 out of 100 cows they actually use. So they have 100. So at their ranch or whatever,
Hy-Vee has a ranch?
they have their own rail. Their own rail. Their,
Like
what do you like? Meat rail or what is it called?
we're talking like trains or like what the cows hang on them when they're dead?
What the cows hang on? What is that? Is that a rail?
Yeah, it's technical. It's a part of the meat locker that they age them
They,
in.
they literally have their own meat locker. Hy-Vee has their own, and they go through it and certify it. They have one of the highest. Our standard is of prime is higher than the USDA.
The USDA prime standard is not very high.
But my point is, our standard. How do you justify it then? What do you mean?
The USDA prime is like the bare bones minimum for prime. Yes, there are many, many levels.
But
that
they
are not
rake it
yet-
on marbling though.
Well, yeah, the US prime though. Yeah, sure, you can get good steaks, but there's also much better steaks like a Wagyu that would break the prime scale.
Well, no, it's just super good meat. It's very marbly.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, though, like what you said, Hy-Vee has its own standards above prime.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, that the USDA prime's a pretty low standard. It's about the lowest standard for prime as you can get. Besides being able to whatever
Yeah.
the hell Walmart uses.
Well, no, I don't think they can do. Well, they couldn't mark it as Prime though.
I know, I'm making a joke. That Walmart sells Holstein. Actually, no, because Holstein is premium now. Truth be told, though, Holstein steer hamburger, I've had it before, it's pretty damn good. But that's a steer.
Yeah.
18 months, not a freaking cow.
Yeah.
Who's been milked her whole life and is skin and bone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no. So 6 out of 100 cows they actually use.
What do they do with the other cows?
They don't use them. I don't know.
Do they sell them to somebody else? Walmart?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, they're just not throwing them away.
I don't know what they do with
And
them.
if they are throwing them away, why can't we get this?
I don't know.
You realize how much one steer could feed a man?
I don't know what they do.
That's like 4
never
years of
asked.
food. Whoa. That's assuming you can eat a quarter. You know what 1 quarter can feed a man? 1 quarter can feed a man for like 2-3 years.
How many pounds?
So standard. I don't know.
Do it in pounds.
It's a lot.
Okay, how many cows is 50 pounds?
Less than 1.
Like how much of a cow?
I don't know what standard carcass weight is anymore.
No.
I don't know what standard. And there's usually you can't even Google. It's a pain. Like pigs, I can tell you, it's like they want them 270. But that's live weight. I don't know about carcass. I know from a 100-pound sheep, carcass weight's about 75 pounds.
Hmm.
We had a guy one time who bought a 100-pound sheep. We charged him out the wazoo for it. And he's like, this is so expensive, I'm not going to get any meat. We waited afterwards. He got 75 pounds worth of meat. Now, granted, there's also bones in there and fat.
Yeah.
But 75 pounds worth of stuff. And he's like, I guess it is worth the money. He's like, just pays the $200. Actually, now we charge like $300 for sheep because they're just
For one sheep?
scrawny looking, ugly things too. Anyways, so how was your day? No meat stolen.
Nope.
Manager was not angry if you
No.
didn't hear us at all.
He was fine.
He didn't hear us.
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
That's why I didn't want to make a comment.
Oh, I mean,
My voice carries.
your voice carries.
Oh yeah.
Why does your voice carry? Doesn't my voice carry?
Oh, I freaking can hear you a mile away. No, but every time I'm like talking with amongst friends, people are always like, I could hear you 2 hours over.
You know what that is? That's our uncle's genes.
The one with the daughters?
The mean one, yeah.
The mean one.
The jerk.
Why,
No, he's
why
not
is
mean,
that?
he's
Why
just
is that
jerk.
it?
What do you mean? Why is what is?
Well, you said you know why that is. It's because of our uncle.
Right. I'm not saying he screwed our parents. No, what I'm saying, I mean, it all comes from our grandpa. And
Our voice.
yeah, it's all genes. Everything's genes.
Well, continue talking. I'm a bit.
Anyways, you know how our uncle is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So theoretically, there is a possibility that it made it from our grandpa's the source. It skipped your dad and went into you.
What? Do I have a loud voice?
Yeah, but even then, you're not even that loud.
No, my dad has a loud voice.
He-
You haven't been around him much.
You know what? I take that back. I can hear him downstairs.
You're always like home after he's like tired out or whatever. You know, you're never there during the day when he's amped up.
Oh, and he's ready to murder people
Yeah.
because you made one small mistake.
Oh, no, it's whatever the kids do at school, and then one little thing just.
I don't know why anybody would ever marry a teacher ever.
What do you mean?
Because they come home and all they do is like, those gang kids. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't
but
wanna-
3 months. But 3 months of the year, it's like.
3 months of the year, they're poor.
What do you mean? They still get paychecks.
Okay, teachers don't make a lot of money to begin with, so then there's 3 months out of the year where now they have to go work another job. A lot of teachers do because
No,
they don't make
they
enough money.
do. But I'm saying they get paid the same month in, month
I know.
out.
I'm just making a joke.
Well, it's a poorly written joke because
I know. If
they get
teachers
paid.
weren't salaried, the joke would have worked great. But teachers
Yes.
are salary.
Yes.
They should be wages.
Yeah.
We could probably save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Well, I don't know. Because a lot of them don't like to stay at school. But at the same time, now if they stay at school, they get paid more.
No, I still feel like you had to charge them for doing schoolwork at home. No. Yeah. Clock in at home.
You want? Okay, you know what? All right, we'll talk about this in the news segment. I forgot about it. It's they want to. Okay, I'll write it down. Oh, look at that. Okay. Anyways, they're contemplating that. I'm like, what? That breaks the point.
What do you mean? I don't really understand.
I'll explain it later. Anyways, so right. So so nothing eventful this week.
Nope.
I don't really have much of eventful. I mean, I was supposed to go to coffee with a woman today,
Oh, yeah?
but she broke it off and I kind of broke it off. We broke it off at the same time, essentially.
What happened?
I realized I don't have the money to even date a person, and I like being alone, but at the same time I don't like being lonely, so I gotta figure out that dynamic.
How much is coffee's like, what, $10?
Well, no, okay, let's say coffee leads to something else.
What, like a cookie?
Like, no. Eventually, let's say, okay, we go on this coffee date. Everything looks great. Okay, next week she's like, hey, let's have dinner. Okay, now I gotta spend $15, $20 on some fast food dinner. That's $20. Do you realize how much a chicken breast is? $2.
You can't fork over $20?
No! Not when I can go home and have a meal for less
How
than
broke
$3.
are you if you can't fork over $20?
That broke, sir.
Bruh.
I gotta pay these stupid tires off and for this trip coming up.
It's not that much. Just one tank of gas.
Do you realize how much gas is now?
Yeah, that's gone up.
You realize how much to fill up my truck is now?
Why did it go up? It's $3.19 now.
So gas has been untouched by inflation.
I
for
thought
a
it was
long
because
time.
I thought it was because there was gonna be a Husker game.
No,
There
I
is no
read
Husker
this.
game.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, what'd you read?
So, gas has remained untouched by inflation for a long time.
Now it's finally being touched.
Now it's being touched by inflation, and also there's just that they can't get the gas from the refinery to the pump.
Have you found any? Or did you say there's a station in Lincoln that's cheaper than everywhere else?
Well, 84th are all cheaper. Oh yes, on O Street, yeah, but
Where?
I wouldn't go to that.
Why?
You got to pay with cash.
Oh,
And you have to go inside and you might get mugged.
how much is it though?
I don't know what it is right now. I haven't been to that side of O
Oh.
Street because it's on the. It's just like a few blocks east of 27th Street.
So it's 27th and O basically.
Kinda, yeah.
And there's a gas station that. Wait, you said over by 84th Street too?
Well, I mean everything on the southeast side of town's cheaper for gas.
Really? Like cheaper than $3.19?
I don't know right now. I haven't been on that side of town.
It's so expensive.
But it was before, yeah.
Because see, I need gas, and I probably have to get gas like within the next day or so.
Yeah.
As in, like probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow, and it's just like,
You know how much it's gonna take to fill up the truck?
$65.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told you about this. How
Wait,
it cost me 65 goddamn.
Wait, was that right?
Yes.
I pulled that number out of my
But
butt.
slut.
Oh, by the way, my bill came in for the LES. I'll tell you how much for 178 kilowatt hours.
Oh, I don't know how many kilowatts mine was, but go on.
I paid $40.
I paid. What? That's split too.
No. Yeah, so we'll be split. So I'll pay $20.
I paid $66.
For how much?
I don't know. Let me look at my LES bill here.
It was 178 kilowatt hours. And that cost a grand total. And it was $40 even.
Mine
Literally-
was like 66 something.
Literally, the thing was $40 even. I was like, how does that work?
Well, anyways, so yeah, the coffee thing, yeah, it didn't go. I just kind of just like I was also kind of like not interested
It
anymore.
was also
so.
our cheapest month. Yeah, it's probably our cheapest month as well.
Well, this is.
But it was our least used month as well. We didn't use that much electricity, I guess.
Well, it is a this time of the year we start to use less and less electricity.
Yeah.
Pay history. Come on, LES, you can do it. Oh, please. Okay, well, I don't know.
You don't remember?
No, I don't know. I don't look at how.
You
I just
tell
look
me
at,
something like 10 kilowatt hours cost you.
That was gas.
Oh, that was gas.
Oh, I learned. That's not average. That's my actual rate.
So come January.
I'm not looking forward to it. What is wrong with LES?
Why is your gas so high?
I don't know. We're going to find out if my electrical bill is also higher than yours. For no damn reason. Is their stupid website down? What do you think?
It's loading. No, your Wi-Fi's just slow. Let's check your speed.
No, we don't. Okay, let me turn the Wi-Fi off. I'll go to data.
You turn the Wi-Fi off. I was gonna run a speed test.
It doesn't matter. Their website's down. Oh.
Run a speed test. Yeah, you're pretty slow.
What do you... No, we're not.
You're pretty slow. These are rookie numbers.
Their website's just running very slow, but I suppose everybody's trying to pay their bill right now.
That's it. 500 megabytes per second.
It says the one with like 10.
20. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
20.
Double.
Yeah, double.
Why does it put the upload as more, but the upload is clearly less?
Well, because this was increasing. This was on a slow decrease.
I suppose, yeah.
I think it's modeling. I don't know.
I'm not sure what it's modeling. Well, either way.
See rankings. Oh, the global average is 63. Upload is 13. Fixed broadband, 113.
Can I
Wait,
view?
what is fixed broadband and mobile? Is this like what, phone and computers?
Yeah, so mobile is... Yeah, and then fixed is...
Ethernet?
Yeah.
Holy cow, the UAE has 238 megabytes per second as their average.
That sounds about right.
Why?
They're filthy rich. From the oil! You know how much gas prices are right
What
now?
is Tuvalu?
I heard they have good internet.
I wanted to see who. Actually, I just want to see who's last. Afghanistan, 7.
No, that keeps going. That's mobile.
Wait, what are all these? Oh, these are countries that can't get mobile.
Nope, so they're fixed. Oh my god.
So they can't get. The.
No, but it gets getting really bad. Oh my god.
4.
Cuba.
Cuba is 4.
Fantastic.
Well, looks like we're not going to Cuba anytime soon.
Oh, I need to look at bill history. That's what it is. Not pay history.
Let's. Can we search Tuvalu?
Stop.
Oh, that's a bookmark. I wanted to control F.
Nope, Tuvalu isn't on there. Maybe they don't have internet.
Tuvalu doesn't have internet? No, I'm sure they do because there was a guy.
Maybe they don't use internet speed test.
There was a YouTuber that went to Tuvalu, and some random person on the street recognized him.
Maybe they don't use internet speed test. You gotta remember that.
That's true.
Okay.
Actually, no, they do have it because remember Twitch? Twitch is .tv. They make their money from Twitch.
So it's September. How many kilowatt hours did you guys use?
178.
Okay, my rate's pretty good.
What do you do?
Apparently a very, very large amount.
449 kilowatts.
Apparently. Kilowatt hours.
Yeah, for how do you use so much electricity?
I don't know, but it was September.
And what would you pay?
$66. So I got a pretty damn good rate.
Well, let's see. Let's see this. So how much? 400 what?
Apparently 449. I don't know how that.
449
That can't be true.
divided by 66.
Yeah.
So that's 6.8 kilowatts a dollar.
Yeah. That can't be true.
6.8. And then I said mine was.
That can't be true. I used less in September than I did in August.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
got almost 2 extra kilowatts an hour
That's
per
nice.
dollar.
I thought I was getting screwed over. Apparently, I'm just.
But your
using
gas is.
Yeah, I'm getting screwed over on that. We'll find out this month. The bills haven't come in yet. My LES bill is the only one that's come in yet. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the deal with the other bills are.
Do you use Black Hills?
Yeah, that's the only option.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
You realize how those work, right? They have monopolies. It's not like internets have monopolies too, but it's not like they can just go run a new gas line to your building.
Sure they can.
No, they can't.
Oh, I'm sure you could work something out.
Yeah, you want to pay for that? 10 grand probably.
Yeah. If
And that's
what-
just to run it through the building. That's not to run a new gas line to the building.
Yeah.
We're talking 100 grand here.
Okay.
For what? Your 2-year lease?
Yeah.
Great idea. Fantastic.
And whoever moves in is gonna be proud.
Yeah. Because you picked some other gas company besides Black Hills.
Yep.
Anyways.
You're gonna save so much money.
Good. News segment time. The news. Okay, all right. Let's actually talk about this first one here. Okay, new scene. So, paying for peer review. Let's just go back to Just Camp.
Yeah. What does that mean?
So I was reading an article where scientists are peer reviewing articles and not getting compensated.
What's it to do with teachers?
Professors are teachers.
Oh, I was thinking like high school teachers.
No. Anyways, doctors and grad students or whatever, they're doing peer review and they're not getting compensated. They're doing this off hours. Because on hours they're working on experiments. Or if they are doing it on hours, they're not getting they're still doing a lot more off hours. That they show all this math. They're like, look how many hours. It's like $1 billion or something that's being lost to these scientists because they're not getting paid for peer review. And I was like, doesn't that defeat the purpose of peer review if you pay them?
What do you mean?
Because what if we do it on a quota system? Okay? So if we do it on a quota system, a scientist will literally try and do as many peer reviews as possible, which will just blatantly miss details
yeah.
that would be very important
Okay.
and ruin scientific results. Okay, what about non-quotas? Let's see if they just get compensated for the hours to do it. Then they're going to take as long as possible and nitpick every little detail to death more than they already do now, slowing down scientific achievement. I don't think they should get paid.
But what incentive do they have to do a good job?
They didn't have an incentive before. They're not going to get an incentive then. They're just going to get an incentive for doing it.
Yeah.
Because how do you gauge whether they did a good job at peer reviewing? You can't.
Wait, but you said they're.
It's just an idea. If they did, here's what would happen. Here's the $1 billion. they're
What's
missing.
wrong with the second idea?
Like I said, they're gonna nitpick it to death and slow things down. They're gonna point details out that are, well, they're pointless.
What do you mean? They don't have infinite time on the earth. They want to be doing their own research.
Yeah, but if they're getting paid a lot to do peer review, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but they're not going to spend all their time on it.
I'm doing human nature. This is basic economics. People will abuse the system. You give them money, they abuse it. Why do you
Yeah.
think we have billionaires?
But I think it's better to abuse it in that sense than to not pay them at all. Because what incentive do they have to do a good job?
They don't have an incentive in the other one to do a good job. There's no incentive
They're
to do
getting
a good job.
paid.
That's an incentive just to do it, not to do a good job, because you can't grade whether they did a good job or not. Oh, you caught 100 details. Well, 100 details, so half of those could be crap. There could be nothing. It could be literally, oh, you should have put a comma here instead of a semicolon. It doesn't make sense. It's pointless. You can't incentivize somebody to do a good job because good is subjective. And science is all about being objective. You can't apply numbers to feeling. Good isn't a subjective term. What you think is a good job at peer reviewing is not as good as whatever. It's different than mine.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You can't. And yeah, sure, maybe they should get compensated, but at the
But I
same
still
time,
feel like not paying them is worse. Because
The
now
whole-
you're expecting them to read it on their own time. Now they have to find time out of their busy work schedule to read some article that they don't really want to read.
they already do it now.
Yeah, but don't they get paid?
No! That's the whole point! The article was they're not getting paid for peer review. No one's getting paid for peer review. Unless they do it on the clock.
Yeah.
But they don't do it on the clock.
Why not?
Because they're doing it for the good of humanity. That's why a lot of people become scientists. They don't do it for the money. There's no money in science. You
No.
become an engineer if you want the money.
Well, no. I mean, you get grants. You don't get. They don't get money, but the research gets money. Because they don't get
But
paid.
this money
enough.
was this money they were saying was directly for the science. They didn't specify what the money would be used for, but I guess if you used it for grants. But again, though, you're still gonna have people abuse it. Honestly, some people see it. Some scientists see getting grant money as like they would do it. They would be like more bloodthirsty than some billionaires trying to make a few extra dollars by making the plastic in your toy cheaper.
Okay.
Like literally, billionaires will nickel and dime things to death.
Yeah.
If they can save a penny, they will do it.
Yes. Oh, I know.
I'm not saying penny per like item. I'm saying 1 penny today. They will freaking do it.
Yeah.
The point, and so these scientists will do that on grants because it's human nature. They're greedy.
Yeah.
People are greedy. It's economics, and they do it just fine now, without being compensated.
Well, you think it's just fine.
If they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it. But they're doing it because for the good of humanity.
Then why?
Isn't that enough?
Then why is it a big deal?
Yeah, I'm not making it a big deal.
Then why is there all these articles about it?
There was one article.
So then why do you bring it up like it's a big deal?
Because I thought it was a stupid idea.
Oh, well, you brought it up like it's a big deal.
No. I just
So
thought,
I was under the impression that it's a big deal and needs to be changed.
I don't know. Maybe the article played it up to that way. And I just thought, that's stupid. That doesn't work. That's not how science works. Science isn't about money. It's about discovery and the betterment of humanity. Progress.
Yes.
Economics is money.
I'm not arguing with you.
Oh. So do you think scientists should get paid then?
Yes.
I don't think they should.
Give them money. Give them an incentive to do a good job.
If they
I
don't-
understand your definition of good job is subjective, but still give them an incentive.
But okay, so it's an incentive to peer review well, but not an incentive to peer review.
I don't even know how you justify well. An incentive. Give them money. Just to obviously, you don't give them enough to live off of, so it's not totally worth it. But it's like, hey, a few extra bucks to do this.
I don't know.
That's an incentive.
Yeah, but then all they have to do is like open 80 browser tabs, say they've read all these articles, say here's 80 things wrong with each one, and then just call it good.
Yes.
But they didn't actually
Some
read.
advice is better than none.
But they're not gonna. Maybe they don't even read them. They'll just open them, say there's something
Some
wrong.
advice is better than none.
blind, random advice. They
Some
literally told
is-
you something was wrong when there was nothing wrong.
It doesn't matter. It's wrong is subjective.
No, they'll literally say, "Oh, your math is wrong. Like you should have done -1 instead of +1." When literally they were supposed to do what they did do. This guy is literally just writing random crap down so he gets paid.
How do you know this?
This is what people would do. This is what people
No,
do now.
I feel like the math thing doesn't make sense to me. You can't justify that because that is... The math thing is something that you cannot say math is wrong without giving a reason behind it.
His reason was, you should have done -1 and list a bunch of random crap. Because he's just going to write random gibberish.
But my point is
So he
that
gets paid.
some feedback is better than none.
Random gibberish is feedback.
Yes.
Oh, great. I've spent an hour reading something that's literally not jabberwocky.
How you take it is besides the point. How you interpret their advice is beside the
No,
point.
it's not. I'm saying,
My point
I'm
is
not-
that you got advice.
I'm not saying they're actually giving you advice. They're literally opening 80 browser tabs, 80 different articles, hitting a randomizer and a word generator, generating a bunch of random crap and posting it.
My point is that some advice is still better than none.
But none of it's actual English. None of it's actual words. It's just random crap.
How do you know this?
This is what somebody would do if you're
No, I
paying
want
them.
your source though. I don't believe you.
You don't believe me that people are greedy enough to literally lie and cheat.
The average person, yes, not doctorates.
There are still doctorates
I
that will
want to
lie
see
and
your
cheat.
source though to believe you.
All
I
right.
want to see your
Do
source.
you want me to type in doctors that went to prison? You realize how many long that list is?
Yeah, pull it up. No, but for plagiarism. Specifically,
They're not doing plagiarism.
but that's my point. Doctorates don't do that.
It's not plagiarism.
But you're saying, okay, my point is doctorates don't write random crap.
But they're
random
not,
strengers do.
But they're not being given money.
But
People change.
So
when
you don't
give
have
them
any
money.
actual advice that people would do that.
I'm going based off of what is seen as a rational human being.
Yes, but you're basing your stuff off of the population as a whole, specifically not doctorates.
You really think every single doctor on the face of the planet is a truth-abiding citizen? If they
The
are,
majority
they don't
is.
need the money then.
Yes,
But
they
you're
don't need the money, but hey, it's an extra incentive to do
But
it.
your logic, there's no point to give them the money in the first place. The $1 billion is pointless to give out.
But why not? Just a few extra. It's incentive.
Because it could corrupt the system. Money corrupts. Power corrupts. Power comes from money. Money develops power. Power corrupts.
Yes, but my point is that if you keep it to a minimum,
It
obviously.
doesn't matter. There's no minimum on the amount of money that you can do because people will lie, cheat, and find a way to make as much money as possible. It does not matter. I don't care who they are. They will find a way to nickel and dime to death.
Yeah.
The professors are cheap sons of... They're cheap people, some of them. Especially in the econ department.
How so? How so?
Okay, well, it was the one econ professor, he literally would get up there and I don't get paid enough. I'm like, what? And he rolls up in this brand new jacket and like sweater. I've seen his car. It was a Mercedes. And I'm like, and they don't pay you enough?
I don't know.
The man makes 6 figures and he's like, I don't get paid enough. I'm like,
Well, you don't know what kind of shit to do with his day.
he was literally like, he was complaining about doing his job. And I'm like,
Everyone complains about their job.
it's your job. You get paid 6 figures. You know what I get paid, and I don't think I get paid enough for
Dude,
it.
everyone. Are we yelling? Can they hear us?
No, they can't hear us from the bottom. If the bottom floor can hear us outside,
Yeah,
I have some questions
they can hear us.
about how thin you would hear people having
They're-
sex 2 apartments down,
Well,
and I have yet to hear that.
well, no, maybe you just can't hear it through the walls, but the ceiling is paper thin.
I mean, the floor,
Well, their ceiling is our floor. The ceiling is paper thin.
but I would still hear it.
No, but the ceiling, so they can hear us.
But I can't hear them.
Yeah, because the floor is thick.
What the?
The ceiling's thin, but the floor is thick.
Wait a minute. That doesn't make any
So
sense.
it can't come up through the floor, but it can go through the ceiling because the ceiling is thin.
All right, genius. Anyways, so we're both okay. You think maybe they should give some sort of set, but at the same time, there's no. You think that we?
Obviously, you can't pay them out to live off of it.
Yeah, I just see. I don't know. After watching about rational people, I really don't think there's any amount of money on the face of the planet that could literally make somebody think rationally completely, because people aren't rational.
No, the average person is not.
Doesn't matter who you are.
But you'd like to think that someone with a PhD.
They're not rational. They have a wife and kids. That literally makes them irrational. Right there.
What?
The fact that you have a wife makes you irrational.
How?
It's feelings. Love is irrational. There's no rationality there.
Well, not to you.
There's no rationality to anybody. None of it's rational.
What do you mean? You can't.
Feelings are irrational.
You can't
That's
quantify
by
it?
definition. You can't quantify happiness.
You
China
can't.
tried,
You
but it
can't.
doesn't work.
You can't.
Because all they discovered was pollution makes people unhappy. Oh, really? I could have told you that.
No, well, now they have a quantitative reason. You can
quantify.
quantify pollution.
Yeah, but you can't quantify happiness.
Sure, you can quantify it based off of pollution.
What? No, I mean that's
It's
no.
directly
They're
proportional.
no. It's like on a scale of 1 to 10. How happy are you right now?
Yeah, that's a number. That's quantifying it.
Yes, but do you remember the hand job index and how many variables we were gonna have to give so we could figure out how good a prostitute was at certain parts of sex?
Oh, that's
And
what you meant by
in
hand job.
general. Let's say, are they, like how they put numbers to quarterbacks and running backs?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like some quarterbacks are
Yeah,
90s,
see,
some running backs are 80s.
you have statistics based off
So
of
now we're. My point is, do you realize how many variables we need? And even then, it's an imperfect system?
that. Yeah, slightly.
Slightly. It's subjective.
No, it's pretty damn good.
One guy will think, hand jobs are better than blow jobs. Well, the other guy thinks the other way.
Well, then obviously there's a new column we need to add to fix the statistics.
There's not enough columns you can add for people.
What do you mean?
You literally have to have a discrepancy for every single person.
Yeah, so
That's just
well, it's not pointless. It gets the job done.
we
Now
do
you
that in
come-
economics, and
now
we
you
literally
come with-
say the people are spheres and the people don't exist.
No, that's what physicists do.
They do it in economics too.
Oh, so you guys are physicists now.
When
You
there's
guys
literally
are-
a thing called the velocity of money.
You guys approximate things as spheres and ignore air resistance.
Yep. You realize the velocity of money, there's no way to measure it. It's like the Schrodinger's cat of economics. You can't actually measure it. There's
Measure
no
what?
way to measure it. Because it's just, I don't remember what
I
it
can
was.
tell you how fast money is leaving my account.
But it's like,
I can tell you how fast
It-
money's
it
coming
was-
in.
the thing
And
was,
it's not fast enough.
it was because there's no way to track every single dollar in the system. And then also, there was another variable in there that was just like, we don't know what this variable is. We just assume it's this, but we have no idea. And it was literally like, we just have to assume the variable's this. And if the variable isn't this, well, then our whole fundamental idea of what the velocity of money is falls apart. And this whole class is pointless. And I'm like,
Well, you'll figure it out eventually. Well,
but
that's how I felt
the
about
problem
quantum
is,
mechanics.
there's no way, because the rest of the equation depends on that variable.
Yep.
So if your answer doesn't equate out to what it should be, therefore your variable's wrong, but your equation was also wrong because your equation was based off the variable to begin with.
Yeah, that's how math works.
So you have to go back to the drawing board guessing about the variable. But if your variable's still wrong, your equation's still going to be wrong. And if your
Yeah.
equation's still wrong, your variable's still going to be wrong.
Yeah, that's
No
how
matter
math
what
works.
you did, you couldn't fix the variable.
That's how math works.
But no, it's not like you could measure, like in science, we could measure variables and figure out, oh yeah, okay, yeah, here. We can't measure it. It is just a random number applied to it.
Yeah,
I think it was
like pi.
the multiplier. It was just no, pi is derived from circles.
It's
but
a random number.
it's derived.
No, but you can't tell me exactly what it is.
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet? No, you can prove it's irrational.
Not if we're in a simulation.
Oh, you think we're in a simulation?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So if
had
we're in
this
a
discussion.
simulation, If we are in a simulation, then
I will terminate.
then that means everything can be quantifiable because someone had to program it.
That is true.
Everything is quantifiable.
Well, unless they use a randomizer to
Our
determine
love-
feelings.
And happiness, everything is quantifiable because someone had to code it.
Unless they use randomizers.
Well, still, we'll just codify the randomizer. Decodify it.
What if in this other universe they're
this
using
randomizer, nothing is random. There's no such thing as a black box. There is something going on.
I thought you told me radioactive decay is completely random.
No, nothing is completely random.
I thought that was the whole point of Schrodinger's cat, was that when an atom, when it radioactive decays, that is completely random.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, well, but my point is that if it's not random, someone had to program it. You cannot program randomity.
Not unless they're using radioactive isotopes on the other end. So let's say they have a radioactive isotope that's determining all these other randomizers. So you decode them just to realize, oh, it's freaking random because, well, they're using a radioactive isotope.
Is radioactive decay random? I don't know.
I don't know. You were the one that came up with that.
I don't remember.
Because we did it for the Schrodinger's cat video. And you were the one that had all the sources. So I'd assume it's correct.
Let's see.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. There's still more articles to get to. Well, after we forget this. Okay, it's a random process. There you go. Well, there's that question. That's ScienceDirect.com. That's a pretty trustworthy source.
Yeah, one would think, yeah.
All right, let's look into my other articles here.
But I do know that no, random number generators are not random.
Of course not, because they had to be programmed.
Yes, that's my point.
Did I
And
ever
if
tell you
someone-
about the iPod
But my point is
randomizer?
that what?
Did I ever tell you about the iPod randomizer?
iPod, no.
So when Apple first released the iPod and the randomizer function, it was too random for people, and people thought it wasn't random.
What do you mean?
So they made a very sophisticated random number generator to determine when the next song in your playlist would play. Mm-hmm. However, because humans are humans, we detect patterns in nothing. That's what we do. And so people thought it wasn't random. And so Apple had to go in and tune it so that people didn't think it wasn't random. Even though they made it less random.
How did they make it? What? I don't follow. What do you mean it's too random?
Humans
Yes.
pick out random patterns in things.
Yeah.
The purest random things, we think there's a pattern there, even though there isn't a pattern because it's random. And that bugged people, that it was too random.
How?
Because people were picking out patterns that weren't there, and it was driving them insane.
So there wasn't a pattern there.
Right. But the problem is, people were upset because they thought there was. And they were telling Apple, your randomizer's not random. Even though it was so random that it was throwing these people off. iPod randomizer. Now this is old.
2015?
My iPod is for random. No. I mean, I don't know. I was told about this from my middle school math teacher.
Oh, there's this article.
But yeah, not as random as you think. Let's click on it. Or there's that conspiracy rigged.
I just saw some that's making less random.
During pseudo-random numbers. That a pattern isn't due to a failure of randomness or poor shuffling, but a laziness that sticks with whatever playlist was randomly generated in the first place. You expect it to be re-randomized every time you access the playlist, but that just isn't how it works. Oh, is that what it was?
So it's like, what, it was playing the same thing, or what?
Well, Oh, I bet that's what it was. So, because it's purely random, which means the same thing could play over and over and over again. And so theoretically, every time you hop on it, it could the playlist could be.
Well, it should be like after it's already played a song, don't play that one again, and now go.
Now it's not random.
What do you mean? Well,
Pure randomness should repeat.
Well, no. Yes, it could. Pure randomness could repeat, but I still feel that like when you're listening to a song, you want to listen to all the songs. You just don't care what order they are.
But Apple didn't think this would bother. I don't know if that's what. But this was each time they went to the playlist, the randomizer would re-randomize. It would re-randomize, but the probability of you getting the same thing, it felt like people were getting the same songs over and over again every time they went back on and redid it. And that was the problem. And so I'm assuming it had
to just keep like a catalog. Don't play this song first again.
And I'm assuming that's what Apple did.
Yeah.
Don't play this song first next time you get on.
Yeah.
And actually, I wanted to do a test of Google's shuffle function on YouTube.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a playlist of 100 songs of a variety of views.
Okay.
And like popularity. And to see if YouTube was secretly making videos with more views pop up in the shuffle function more often than the other ones. Because when I listen, I swear to God, it will play like Taylor Swift's Me more than literally any other song. I'm like, there are 120 some odd songs in this playlist. And every single time within, I swear, the first 10, it will play that song. Despite the fact, I'm like, what are the odds of that? You know?
50-50. Either it does or doesn't.
No, okay. But it's like you have a 1 in 10 chance the first time.
No,
Now
50-50.
it's a 1 in 100. Now it's 1 in...
It's 50-50. Either it does or doesn't.
Anyways, because first it's a 1 in 100. First, like, it's a 1 in 100. Then you multiply that by 2. That it's going to potentially play a second time. You have to do the numbers get astronomical. And we could easily test to see if it's random.
You should.
Well, it would literally take me weeks to do. Because I was going to do a proper amount of tests. But I don't have...
Hey, you should start it at least. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah. You'll have to wait a while longer for NASA's Artemis mission. Oh, now NASA is expected to launch the uncrewed Artemis Flight 1 test in February. You know when I heard about this?
Yeah.
So, Congress, they heard wind of this whole spiel with Bezos not being a part of the Artemis mission.
Yeah.
And so the Senate was like, hey, NASA, you're going to include a second company whether you like it or not. And we're going to give you an extra $100 million.
Oh.
Despite the fact that they were already underfunded for the original program. And then they thought, here, add a second company, but you only have $100 million. Let's just say this. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to they're going to have to pay SpaceX literally nothing. Just tell them, hey, build us a rocket for free. Thanks.
Why?
Because they don't have the money to pay SpaceX and another company.
Ooh.
Because they were paying SpaceX $2 billion, and that was the whole funding for the whole budget.
Mm.
Every other company wanted well above $2 billion.
Really?
Yes. And that was just one company. Now they have to pay two companies, which they already promised SpaceX $2 billion, and now they have $100 million to give to another company that they're not going to have them. That's not going to be enough. But Congress is like, you're going to do it, and you're going to like it. All because I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos paid them off. And some other company was pissed too. I'm sure they went to the Senate, paid off some some senators, and boom, now they got forced. But I wonder what's delaying Artemis till February. I mean, they're always delaying it. So they were supposed to have people. They were supposed to have boots on the moon like 2020.
I want my water.
Yeah, I'm out of water too. Anyways, the testing could take a while long, and the space agency plans tests for interferences in engineering. Oh my God! Interfaces, engineering, communications, and the countdown system. You need to test the count. I mean, you should, but at the same time, you need to run a lot of tests. The most important test is effectively the wet dress rehearsal when Artemis 1 will launch. Oh, yeah. So I read so people were talking about like how NASA, they were talking about how SpaceX and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origins do things differently when it comes to doing research. And it was fascinating. So basically, the work environment at SpaceX is arguably worse. They get paid less and they work way more hours.
Yep, wouldn't surprise me.
However, the atmosphere at SpaceX is that of a startup. So everybody's got this buzz, like they're doing something good. They're building something.
Yeah.
And then when they're working at Blue Origins, it's like, go on vacation again next week after you just got back from vacation 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep, no one wants to work.
And so and then also Blue Origins is just bleeding engineers, and they're all going to SpaceX to, I guess, work to death for little to no pay, and then.
Well, yeah. Why would you want to do that for the boss that doesn't give you a thank you?
Does Elon give thank yous?
I don't know. I just remember that everyone was giving what was it, Bezos crap for not giving a thank you. He's like, look what we can do or whatever. He's like, you guys sent me to space.
Oh yeah, he didn't say thank you. He was just like, you guys did this. You and every single Amazon customer.
Brought
Not the
me...
employees. No, sorry. He thanked the customers, not the employees. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amazon customers. It's like, but not your employees?
Nope. Sorry.
Screw them.
Do better next time.
They should be machines. Honestly, Amazon wants them to be all machines.
Yep.
But I think actually what's limiting them is that it would just piss too many people off if they went to all machines, because they'd lay off so many people.
Yeah, I don't want them to program a machine to throw my package at the door.
I don't think that'll be machines, not for a while. Have you seen the machines that deliver
'Cause
packages? People just push them over.
They'll have a self-driving car with the sunroof, and then just an arm that just catapults
it's like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. And it'll have a catapult up the top, just and just
Right through the window.
Yes. Right through the
Just
front
a shard
window.
of glass sticking out of your neck. There's blood
Like,
going
what the
everywhere.
heck?
Oh, my package.
Oh, my package is here.
No, but it lands just right on your lap, but there's a shard of glass in your neck with blood spraying out. Like, my package. Dead.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it'll go.
Oh, you buy a weight set?
Could
Did
you imagine?
What was that? Just your whole freaking side of your house just gets blown in because of how much force is needed to move was effectively half a ton.
No, they're going to throw it at your doorstep. And
breaks the
it
step.
just brings the whole door down.
No, but have you seen those little robots that deliver packages?
No.
And people just go and like tip them over, and then like they use them at like some college campuses to deliver to deliver letters and stuff between offices.
And people just tip them over.
Yes.
Yes.
Or they'll draw like a chalk line around them, and it like just confuses them, and they stop.
Yes. It's like Big Brother picking on Little Brother.
There was people were talking about how if you wanted to summon your Tesla right now, it wouldn't get out of the parking lot if somebody boxed in the lines. But then Elon's like, we're fixing that in the next update. It won't do that anymore.
Someone boxes in the lines. Oh, what do? It looks like I can't leave.
Yeah, because it's designed to stay in the lines, and so it can't cross them. Anyway.
Oh, so are they going to fix it? Other than look at the, like, oh, I can't.
I'm in a parking spot.
I'm in a parking spot. I can clearly back up.
Yes. Not like you're on the highway. It's like, meow. So yeah, basically they're just delaying it because they want to do more tests of the systems. But it's also like one of the things was...
Well, that's also like there was a person who was walking their bike across the intersection and the car hit them because it didn't know what to do because it has an algorithm for a person walking. It has an algorithm for a person walking their bike. But it didn't have an algorithm for a person walking their bike. And
so you'll have an algorithm for somebody walking and somebody for an algorithm on a bike, but not for somebody walking
on a bike, walking with their bike. And so it was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Hit them.
Yeah, hit them. It was deciding, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Well, I guess that solved that.
Don't hit them.
Stop. There's something in the road.
Did they have to make an algorithm for people walking dog with bike?
I don't know what they did. It was in the Veritasium video. I thought you watched it.
Maybe it did. I don't remember that one. Anyways, point is, so no, this also reminds me. So like at Blue Origins, there is no room. There is no like prototyping. We're gonna make one rocket and it's gonna work. As we're at SpaceX, Elon's like, we're gonna make 80 rockets, and if only one works, so be it.
Well, I'm glad Elon does that because after his first few launches,
Hey, those things took off.
They sure did take off, and they had quite a spectacular.
Oh, okay, the very, very first SpaceX rocket.
Spectacular landing.
The Falcon 1.
Whatever that was, and it came back down just.
Yes, those, but this new Starship ones. They all took off. None of them blew up. They all blew up when they landed, though.
Yes. Yeah, they're not too keen on the landing.
Hey, if it gets me into orbit and gets me on the space station, so be it. I'll just take a Soyuz down.
A Soyuz rocket?
The Soyuz capsule that the Russians use?
Oh, yeah?
Although, I don't know, because apparently the Russians have caused multiple incidences this year that have sent the space station to red alert.
Or you could just ride an asteroid down, since they seem to land nicely on pillows.
Apparently. Yes, I just like grab it like Thor with his hammer, and just
nice little soft landing.
Just land next to somebody in the bed. Sup. Here, just ham the meteor. It's like, what? And it's like, it's the best way to get down. It's like, oh, it's like throwing the hammer in the water to break your fall.
I think Mythbusters tried that, didn't they?
It didn't work.
It didn't? Really?
No.
But you broke the water tension.
It wasn't enough.
Really?
Buster still flew apart into a billion pieces.
And did they try it with the piano?
No.
Well, you got to use some, because I bet they used a bowling ball.
This was their first season.
They probably used a bowling ball, right?
No.
What'd they use?
A hammer.
No! That's dumb. You got to use a wider surface area than the object. So if there's a person falling.
Well, the test was a hammer.
No. Well, that's dumb. They should have retested it, but something with a larger surface area than the thing that's falling.
Well, they actually, so at the time, so I learned how they got their test dummies.
Yeah.
So you're not, so yours, guess how much do you think a crash test dummy is worth?
$100,000.
You are correct.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I want to say.
That's the second time today.
I haven't said it though.
No, it's the second time today that you've guessed right.
I know, no, but I want to say the word yes.
Slut?
No.
Anyways.
It's a synonym for butt.
Donkey. Just say donkey.
I pulled that number out of my donkey.
You could say slut.
Out of my slut, but I don't have a slut.
That's your problem. You had that COVID one.
COVID slut?
They gave all you and your roommates COVID?
No, that was my roommate's slut.
It's a joint slut.
But it wasn't my slut. I don't have a. I never had
COVID, and you got it.
Yeah, whatever. I pulled the number out of my donkey.
Oh, wow. That must have hurt the donkey.
I guess.
Anyway, no, but yeah, they're $100,000. Mythbusters could not afford a $100,000 crash test dummy.
Why not?
They didn't. It was their first season.
Oh.
They had like $10 to their name.
Yeah.
And also, the agencies that give out crash test dummies, they're not just supposed to give out crash test dummies, apparently.
Well, they do to Mythbusters.
Oh, no. All the future crash test dummies they got, they had to buy full price.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't help them out? Because, like, oh, it's Mythbusters.
Okay, the first time they did.
Really?
They're
Once?
like, we'll get you a Gen 3, but we want it back. And so, after the Hammer episode, Jamie Heidemann had to go with a scuba gear, because he was scuba certified, as you know. And he had to go with scuba gear and fish around the bay for hours, look off the clock, looking for the pieces of Buster.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
They pieced them back together?
Yep.
Did they hand it to them? They're like, what the hell is this crap?
Pretty much.
What the hell is this crap?
I
what?
mean, the
What'd you do
agency,
to him?
the agency took him back, but it was just like, and, you know, they got another one. But there's just like, they're super strict about these crash test dummies for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is it $100,000?
To mimic human bodies is apparently very expensive, and this was $2,001.
Oh, my bad.
That was 20 years. That was 21.
Well,
That
I
was
thought
20
you said it
years
was
ago.
$100,000. You said
In 2001. I don't know what they are now. They could still be $100,000. They might be inflation resistant, but if they aren't, they're $200,000. They're as much as a house.
yeah.
They're probably more than that. They probably have a supply chain issue, like everything else, like damn French fries.
Yeah.
Anyways, last article. Oh yeah, when it comes to solar farms,
Sheep.
sheep make great housekeepers. I mean, Truman
That
had
says
sheep on the
groundkeepers.
ground keepers. I mean, grounds keepers. Anyways,
Read.
I mean, Truman had sheep on the White House lawn.
So?
What makes them any better than a cow? I mean, cows do like to rub on things. Sheep typically don't do that as much. But they're both large, quite flat, and get a good amount of sun, being free from tall vegetation as much as such. I mean, this is why you put them in the desert. But I guess if you have to put them like here in Nebraska, I suppose, letting the sheep get fed, the farmers get paid, and the solar producers. Oh, so basically they're just paying sheep producers
Yeah.
to let their sheep come and graze here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the farmers are getting paid to let their sheep graze here. Damn, the farmers would do it for free. To be honest, you notice how much pasture rent is? It's expensive.
Yeah.
Damn, and these guys are getting paid for it. Tell my dad to get in this solar panel sheep program.
Yeah.
They do look happy. That's actually some pretty decent looking grass. So, you know, they're crawling underneath the damn solar panels. Although, I don't know how sheep like to crawl on top of things. Like goats. Like, those are lambs right there. If I was a lamb, I would be crawling all over that.
Not those.
These must be well-behaved lambs.
Yeah.
My dad's lambs were not well-behaved. They crawl on their mothers and lay on top of them because, well, the ground's cold and wet and muddy, but your mother's nice and dry and warm.
Exactly.
So you'll have like a ewe with like 4 lambs on top of her. Some of them weren't even hers. Anyways, news segment time. Your comment.
My comment?
People-
I didn't know I commented.
So, anyways, so we've gone negative for subscribers. We had 410. I upload the pumpkin video. We lost 2 subscribers.
Yeah, knew you shouldn't have uploaded it.
You never said anything. Remember
My
the first one, how it did so well? The second one,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't lose subscribers, but it didn't. But it didn't do bad things. This one literally did bad things.
2 people left.
Apparently. But I mean, we'll make it back eventually. Anyways, so yeah, let's go All right. So, what will hurt more, hard-boiled egg or regular? Ryan Orange commented, "My Discord is finally working." Yes, and he joined the Discord, and he wants a rank. I actually have 2 people that want ranks.
Ranks? What's a
Roles.
rank? Roles?
They want to be able to go on the podcast.
Oh, what? Do I have a role?
Yeah,
What?
you're a master.
A master? Oh.
So I'm Grandmaster.
Mhm.
You, Kyle, quite a few people are all masters.
Yeah.
All the people that I know personally.
Yep.
We have no Jedi Knights and no Padawans, and the rest are just members.
Mhm.
They want to have a role.
We could start them out at Padawan. They'll work themselves up.
But to become a Padawan, we have to play a game.
Oh, we'd play a game.
Yes, that we get to make a YouTube video, a stream out of.
Oh.
So I got to figure out what we're going to do for this game.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yes, we have to work on that. Anyways, Orange, question mark, TGIF-T79, Ryan Orange commented, "I'm dumb." That's a reference to his cow comment.
Oh. So you just said I'm dumb?
Yes. Still hasn't figured out what he
I'm
meant.
dumb.
But we
I don't know if he knows. He just said I'm dumb.
Yeah. But I mean, we got a great title out of it. Can we tax cows doing kung fu? Did you see the thumbnail for it?
Oh, yes.
Just some guy going, whoa.
How many views?
6, surprisingly.
Ah.
Anyways, how to carve a jack-o'-lantern, DIY 21. Dorbs commented, BBC.
That was his comment?
No, that was just the first part, but you know what BBC stands for.
No, I'm sure I have an idea.
This was a good video. Thanks, but why did you start it with BBC?
British
Broadcasting.
Broadcasting. What is the C?
Do they spell service with the C over there?
I don't know.
What does BBC stand for? Oh, God. I swear. Oh, wrong one.
This will be interesting.
I'm scared. Anyways,
Define.
Team Denzier also commented on the same video. Haven't done one in a long time. And I was like, once per year, my guy.
corporation.
Oh, that's lame.
Ah, no, wait. Can we? Oh, no, we can't. Bastard be cool.
No, we can say... Yeah.
You don't have it on the thing.
Oh! I never had female dog be cool.
Yeah, so female dog be cool.
Who uses that?
We do. We will now.
Who's ever said female dog be cool? But instead they labeled it as BBC. No one's ever said that.
Well, maybe not here.
Everybody says this big black cock.
Oh, we can say that?
Cock was never a bad word. It's just chicken.
Oh.
There it is.
Hey.
First one. Couch?
Couch.
What? All right. Oh, yeah. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, we can say that too?
It's just the title of a video. British Broadcasting Corporation. Now it's number 3.
Belgrade?
Okay, whatever. Anyways.
Oh, here it is.
Anyways, and then Tia was like, I mean,
So we can't say this.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, then Tia was like, I haven't done a
There
jack-o'-lantern in a few years. And I'm like, oh, lol.
Why is it Eric? Why is it a male's name?
I don't know. They came up with a random name.
Eric. But why a male's name?
I
Or,
don't.
I'm sorry, maybe it's a unisex name.
Eric? No, Eric.
Oh, I like this one.
What?
I like that
okay,
one.
I can see that one,
That one goes well.
but the other one? Anyways, moving over to the Dr. Sheep gaming channel for comments. Here we go. I resize the hole. Donut hole Minecraft Let's Play 65. Ryan Orange commented, can I have a shout out next video and love the vids and love the bass and love you streams and just
Aw.
got home from school and first thing you did is watch you. Okay, first of all, Ryan, your grammar is absolutely piss poor, but thank you.
Wow.
It means a lot.
You know,
This is the same guy with the cow coming, all right?
you told me he's learning, okay?
Not fast enough.
He's learning.
Anyways, let's talk the wild update. Minecraft Let's Play 66. Ryan Orange commented, "Hello, I'm so late. It's 10:59 p.m. What is your Discord?" And I sent him the Discord channel link, and he joined. That's why we have to do the games. Team Dimzir commented, "I really do hope that these new structures there'll be new structures to loot and defeat. Yes, there will be some new structures. I hope they add lots of new structures in the new Minecraft update.
Yeah.
You don't care, but
I will eventually when I get it.
oh, are you gonna get it on your new computer in a few weeks?
I haven't decided if I'll get it. Well, I'll have to get Steam on that computer.
You don't need Steam to get Minecraft.
Oh, well, I think I'd like Steam to get the other games.
Well, yeah,
finished.
but Steam's also free.
Yeah, Steam's free.
It's also a pain because every time you turn it on, it's like, please log in. I'm like,
So log in.
no, it's annoying.
Sorry.
I don't
Jeez.
use it, so it's just annoying. Anyways,
You have Among Us?
yeah, I played it like a few times.
Do you have Survival Craft on here?
No, I've been meaning to get Survival Craft actually.
Why haven't you got it?
I don't know.
Wait, how do you get it on this? Do you just like go to
See this button?
What is that button?
It's the Windows Store.
How do you get the Windows Store?
I can't show it.
Now, how did you download it?
You just have it.
Oh, when I get Windows 10 or whatever,
Yeah.
you just get it?
It just standard issue.
Is that also how you got Oh, that's just how you get Survival Craft and stuff. So can you get Steam off of the Windows Store?
No, Steam isn't. Steam is just something you get online.
I forget how I got it.
There we go.
2, right?
Yeah. See if it loads. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. $3.99, not bad.
That's,
Wait, how do you put money in there? Or do you just use your credit card?
you just enter in your card, yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, it's crazy. All the since you can make furniture. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool what they did
Wasn't
there.
it originally like $1.99? Oh, when it first came out.
I don't remember. I
think when it first came out, because he felt bad for having to make a whole new engine and all that. He felt bad for all his current creators for all his current people. He made it like $1.99 for like a month or two. That way they could get it super cheap, or maybe it was like 99 cents. I think it was like $1 or something. So he made it like 99 cents. It was like super cheap.
This much furniture would cause lag, though, and it's very expensive to make furniture.
Expensive?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because you have to build each one of these things.
Oh, that's what you mean by expensive.
And then, well, yeah, then you had to build a hammer, which was not cheap.
So, but the lag, that's just RAM though, right? Having good RAM? that helps?
No, this was just because furniture is just very intensive. This was a CPU bottleneck.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Like,
But with your new CPU setup,
I mean, yeah, I could handle more furniture than like somebody on a phone, but
Yeah.
there's still an upper bound to it. Just like in Minecraft.
but do you think you'll hit it?
I don't know. I probably not. I never used that much furniture to begin with.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. It's just hard to go and like do it and like make furniture.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Survival Craft. I would like to make Survival Craft videos at some point. If we're talking
You could
about
make like an actual car.
You could make parts of a car and piece it together. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could use pistons to make it move.
I don't know if you can move furniture with pistons.
Oh, never mind then.
I don't know if you ever figured that one out.
I went on it the other day. He hasn't put anything since, what was it, January of 2020 or whatever?
Really?
Whenever the last post was, yeah.
I mean, he could have actually died this time.
Is he old?
I have no idea. They always act like he died. He
Who
never
does?
talks about his age. We have no idea how old he is.
Yeah, I always kind of pictured him being old.
I never thought of him as
Oh.
being old. The man liked Minecraft.
Is that what it is?
I have no idea what his actual name is. I always just call him Callus. There you go.
That was kind of right.
Anyways,
Oh, wait. This is his full name.
you're just gonna get survival craft. I don't know if you're gonna get.
What? Oh, I think I did it wrong.
Look! You can just click on the wiki article there.
Is it a wiki article?
He doesn't have any information about himself anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah, I wanted to.
That is just random people. I mean, I'm sure if you read in here,
I'm sure you can find it.
maybe you can find even buying an obituary.
An obituary.
I mean, that's how some people have figured out people die, is they find their obituary online. Oh, well.
What country is it? Poland?
I have no idea. You're the one who read every single post on the
I
entire
see.
website. I was never that invested. Codemaster's LinkedIn. Is that him?
Where?
Right there. It's a LinkedIn page.
This?
Yeah. What did does maybe it has his what he studied, what he did? Nope. Pretty piss poor LinkedIn page, honestly.
Yeah. I should show you mine. You have one?
No.
Oh,
I don't need it anymore.
yeah.
How is your job search going?
Uh,
Did you apply for that battery position?
No, I want to write a cover letter first.
Ah. I feel like that'd be something you'd be doing all the time.
Yeah, I never got around to it until now because I feel like I need it because I'm not getting anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, June 2020. Where is Dave? Just like a.
I don't know.
About me. Hi, I'm.
For the last 8 years or so, I've been working on survival craft.
Yeah, should we just email and say, hey, how old are you? Hey, are you alive?
Well, we can't use our emails, remember?
Why?
Remember how many emails we used to send him as kids?
Yeah, that was like years ago.
You think he still doesn't have us banned?
Well, I'm sure, he would have my parents' ones banned.
We used mine, remember?
Yeah, but I never used my account.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can send him a billion emails again. It's funny. He did actually add some of those features we asked.
Yeah. But he never gave us credit.
No, why would he?
Well, he gave one person credit. I remember it was the biomes. Someone talked about how they wanted him to add biomes. And I think the name was Magyar. But he literally name dropped him. Gave him credit.
That's nice.
Credit where it lies.
Yeah, Facebook page. Jesus, look at that ancient phone he has as the thumbnail. Good God. Anyways, well, let's move to the last segment here.
What is the last segment?
The book.
The book?
Yes. Let's talk about the book.
Oh, yeah. What should we talk about?
Well, give me the mouse.
Oh, come on. Make it a link to click on.
There's no information on the man.
Wait, let me try one last time. Born.
Still on the third segment here, folks.
Updates.
You're not going to get anything.
Maybe he was never born. Maybe he never existed. DC Fit. Ah, yes, yes.
Just stop. And it's the same stuff.
Is Callus alone?
This is just a... Yeah, this is just like a Reddit.
He works for the game by himself. He does it for a hobby. Oh, that's nice.
It'd be great if he could have helped. If he could have helped by a team. Many people actually chose Minecraft Pocket Edition because they didn't have to invest in one man band. I don't know. Whatever. Point is, the man's gone.
Oh, they were talking about him quitting back in 2014. That's when I was just getting going.
Yeah, no kidding.
They were talking about him quitting in 2014.
That's back when we used to play.
It is.
I mean, the game really.
I remember when I would always look forward to see a new thing.
Yeah.
I just get so hyped, like, yo, there's a post. I don't know what it's about, but there's a post.
I always got excited.
I know. Goodbye, Survival Craft. What is that?
It's just a.
2018. Oh, yeah.
That's when he
Oh wait,
switched over to Survival
2019.
Craft
Wait, is
2.
it getting newer? Oh, yeah. What is this, a llama?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was the famous picture because no one knows because he hasn't added those things,
Yeah, you could.
and so people made them. But yeah, those aren't real.
You found them in the game files, didn't they?
I don't remember. I think it was like, yeah, I found something. I was like, yo, there's gonna be llamas, and it wasn't real.
Yeah, because people like found it in the game files or something.
Yeah.
Point is, all right. So our book.
Generating electricity. What was that?
We did a video on how to generate electricity.
You did?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was the capacitor video.
It was a different video.
Oh.
We did like 3 videos on electricity.
Is this shared with me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, this document here is very, very old.
Let's see.
I mean, the learning video, that's back from 20...
Oh yeah, didn't you say this is wrong? Oh, wait, oh the GMO. Oh, I guess the GMO stuff. Or is this the links? How you said how you found a link that where it's like more than 10,000 years old? Remember how?
No, that was that was for an article for a. That was for.
Agriculture is more than.
Yeah, that was for a essay.
Oh, and you don't know if you have that source?
Not on this computer, I don't. If I do, it's going to be on my other computer, but I have no idea.
The one that you gave to me?
No.
Oh.
My school computer.
Oh.
That I use to apply for jobs, and then it sits.
Oh yeah, is it good to have a laptop plugged in all the time or no?
Mine's not plugged. No.
So it should not be plugged in all the time.
No.
So we pretty much ruined the laptop you gave me. Because that was plugged in 24/7. Well, no, I guess I did turn off the power.
If you turn off the power, it's fine.
Yeah, I think I did turn. I'm pretty sure we did turn off the power.
It doesn't really matter. Honestly, I thought my laptop battery was shot at during college. It wasn't.
Oh.
I
Mine
replaced
is.
it and didn't change it.
Oh, mine's shot.
You've also been
At
using
least it
yours
says
for a
it
lot
is.
longer than mine.
5 years.
Yeah, I used mine for 3.
Actually, like 5.5 now, because I got it in June. Almost 5.5.
Wow. Anyways, new segment time. We are gonna. Okay, we've talked about writing a book before.
Talk about writing a novel.
a novel. We want to write an informative book. Well, I want to write an informative
You
book.
do. And I figured, why not?
So it's gonna be a. He wants to split up into 3 books, but I want to keep it as 1 book, just
There's
because
a thought.
the humanity part would it's just like a few pages of this and that.
Yeah, I just figured this is something kind of random that didn't really fit in with the whole physics theme. You just kind of wanted a random book about whatever you're interested in.
Because like the whole idea was, I was thinking about all the scripts I've written over the past God knows how many years, and I was like, what if we make that into a book? Okay, we can't make that into a book, but what if we use the same knowledge and make a book? And I figured, heck, why not? And, like, I mean, sure, once you start getting into human society and stuff, but, like, it's a natural progression. The whole thing was we talk about, you know, the fundamental forces in the fundamental laws in the universe. Maybe the forces would go in that. I don't know. Okay, so, like, there's 5 sections. First section is the laws of nature. Then we have the atom. Then we have the universe, Earth, and humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So, where would the fundamental forces go? Should they go with the atom, or do they go with
Laws.
the laws? Do you think they should go with the laws?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kepler's laws. I know you noticed you didn't make a comment on this. Should that go with the universe or fundamental laws of the universe?
Put it all with laws. Laws.
Okay, and just reference back then.
Yeah, you've already mentioned Kepler's laws. I
Yeah.
just figured
Because, like, we're talking about relativity and that kind of stuff.
in the laws.
Well, I mean, but, like, those work best with black holes.
Well, I just figured like the laws section is just kind of random. Because you're going to have like gas laws and all the other kind of laws. You should just have like just an astronomy section, an earth science section.
I didn't want to make it like that. Because, like, my idea was to go from, like, big out. What builds the universe? What is the universe built on? And it's built on all these laws. And then you have... Then those laws determine how atoms work. And so then you talk about atoms.
Yeah,
And
the
then
thing
atoms
is,
determine
but
how
the thing is that you kind of need to talk about them synonymously, like together. I don't,
Well, yeah, that's why I said some laws maybe should go with atoms.
which is why I feel like we shouldn't have a laws section
But where the heck are you going to talk about Newton's laws?
when you talk about gravity.
So we don't have a laws section at all? We just start off with the atom?
Yeah,
What about quantum? I guess quantum mechanics would work great with atom.
yeah.
So it's a 4-part book.
I don't like 4.
You don't like 4?
No, no. You make the laws section measurements, because it's and talk about like measuring like time, like how do we define how long a second is, how long a meter is. That's important.
I guess, but that just seems really explaining, and they didn't really talk about... My idea was like, you know what a 9th grade science textbook is like?
No.
It's a bunch of random stuff.
Do you have one?
I could probably get one.
Get one. Show me. And that's what we're gonna make.
Because but not an actual textbook, though.
No, not a textbook.
But, like, it contains the same crap. Because the 9th grade science textbook is wild. Or actually, most science textbooks, before you get into, like, chemistry and physics, they're just random stuff. They've got, like, the fundamental laws. They've got all that stuff.
Well, it's a survey course.
Oh, yeah, they figure out what
It's
people are
surveys.
interested in, then people take that.
It's surveys. Yeah.
And
That's what I call. Actually, my physics teacher called his course surveys.
Right. Are you really this invested in physics?
Well, no, it's just like all the different aspects of physics, because we're talking about electrostatic forces. We're talking about gravity. We're talking about vectors. We talked about we didn't talk about gas laws. That's chemistry.
It's all important.
Talked about measuring stuff. Kinematics.
But anyways. But
Momentum.
like, okay, what about like kinetic energy and stuff? Are you going to talk
No.
about...
What about it?
Well, where is that going to go? Without a law section, where are you going to put that?
So do you want an energy section?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the first section should be. Energy.
Energy.
And we talk about, kinetic energy. We talk about, the kind of like, E equals mc squared. The speed of light.
Yeah.
That stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, sure, it'll bleed into the universe part when you talk about the birth of the universe and black holes. But it still works.
I feel like that probably... See, I guess the whole measuring thing and defining... I guess that's something I'm more interested in, but I guess the average person probably really doesn't care how we define how long a second should last. That was one of the big things... One of the very first profound questions I remember asking myself when I was in, like, 9th grade. How do we define how long a second is?
I don't remember the first profound question.
And everyone was just like, what the hell? Why do you care? But it's like, it's interesting, you know? How do you know how long a second should last?
I don't remember what my first profound question was.
And that's kind of how I got into physics. Because I just kept asking questions like that.
How did you get... Okay, question. Since we're doing a book on science, how did you get into science? Because obviously there's going to be a biology.
Oh, I remember another one I had. This was in my junior year. I do remember asking this question. It was, why do we feel like we're inside Earth, but yet when you go to the moon, you feel like you're on the moon?
Listen here.
It's because of the atmosphere. But I mean, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just like, it feels weird to think about. Like, okay, I feel like I'm in Earth, but yet on the moon, you feel like you're on the moon.
I feel like that's two different things here. I feel like I'm on Earth. I am not in Earth.
No, you're in Earth. You're within Earth.
Only time I think I'm within Earth was I'm in a cave or in a mine.
No. You're within Earth. But when you go to the moon, you're on the moon.
I don't know. Okay, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel.
But yeah, I guess. But I quickly realized, it's just the atmosphere. But then I started asking,
But anyways,
well, why?
So obviously there's going to be a biography section for our, for us.
Oh, we need a biography section.
For the author, us the authors.
About the author.
So on the back, there's always an about the authors.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it's a whole book on science and like a lot of different types of sciences.
Mm-hmm.
So people are going to ask, why did you get into science? How did you get into science?
Well, from a young age, I'd always been interested in just building, creating, designing. I remember I used to do math when playing with Legos and designing stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
I
They're all
used
like, bro, stop.
Hell, when I did survival craft, I would literally get out graph paper.
Oh, I remember.
I would get out graph paper and plan out how I was going to design every little floor plan before I even started building.
I mean, Kyle did that one time for one thing.
Yeah, but I just remember because I wanted to make everything symmetrical. Because I got tired of just deleting it. I was like, let me just plan this out. And then I was like, ooh, but I wanted to add this. And but I want to add a window here. And I'd plan it all out before I even started.
I did it one time for, I did math. I brought out graph paper one time just because I couldn't do the math in my head because it was such large numbers. And I got it to work out, but it was just,
Yeah.
there was too many dimensions and stuff. But no. Yes, I distinctly remember. How did you, but like, when did you realize you're like, wow, I really like science?
Well, in 9th grade, see, I had never taken a physics course, so I guess in 8th grade we kind of talked about...
Not physics directly, I'm just talking science. Or did it kind of happen at the same
Yeah,
time?
it kind of happened all at the same time. I'm telling my story. Let me tell my story, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
So in 8th grade, we did more or less physics, but we didn't really call it physics. It was just 8th grade science.
Yeah.
But all these things we were talking about was science, you know? Like, we were talking about, like, how fast the speed of sound is. What does it depend on? And we talked a little bit about frame of reference, I think. And we talked about light, electromagnetic spectrum, and all these different things. And that's kind of what was like, ooh, this is kind of cool. And then when I was in 9th grade, you know, in high school, that's when I found out, you know, we offer an actual physics course. I was like, oh, I can't wait to take that, you know, because I took physical science. And the whole class was so interesting. I would just ask myself questions all the time throughout the class, because we even had a math section, you know, and I remember the teacher, she's like, I can have to stand here and lose mass, and I'm just like thinking in my head, well, I mean, you could take a dump, and you're losing mass every time you breathe. You're breathing out CO2, which weighs more than the oxygen that you breathe in.
You're also shedding off skin cells.
You're constantly losing mass and gaining mass. What do you mean?
Then you're also constantly, you know, producing heat.
Yeah.
Thermal radiation. It's all E equals MC squared. It's all mass. What are you talking? Well, technically, this wouldn't be a conversion of mass into energy. But point is, it's like you're wrong.
And it was, you know, my freshman year, when I was just like, oh, I can't wait to take physics. And then I got into my senior year when I finally got to take the physics course, and that was a blast. It wasn't until like the tail end of it though, when I started like just looking up YouTube videos about just various topics, and started to go on my own like tangent on learning different things.
That's when we started YouTube. You know that.
Yeah, it was my second semester senior year when I started watching YouTube video like Minute Physics and Vsauce and that.
We'd already started by then because you're 2 years ahead of me. So we
So
would
your
have
sophomore year?
We started my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Because we started after that birthday party of Kyle's, where him and I threw that thing.
Yeah.
So that was 2016.
Yeah, that was my senior year.
Yeah.
Wasn't it June of that year though?
Huh?
Wasn't it June of that year?
It was May.
Oh, so it was at the very, very end, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Wait, was it your graduation party then, maybe?
I don't remember. No, it wasn't, because my graduation party, I had to leave.
I remember that, yeah.
I had to work. I had to work.
I was like, this is your party.
No, you weren't there. You left it like, everyone was already gone. Because we were literally cleaning up. And I think my aunts was like the last people to leave, and they left at like 9:30.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because we left early because you were like, yeah, I'm going to leave. Or like, maybe Kyle had work or something.
No, he didn't have to work night crew. I think you're thinking
Maybe
something
you had to
else.
get up in the morning for. Who knows?
But then I remember sophomore year of UNL, my second semester, I took Physics 3. And that was the course. How I learned that everything I thought about physics is wrong. That's when I learned, the Dunning-Kruger effect?
No, you never talked about this.
Yeah, you do. You'll recognize it as soon as I show you. Oh, yeah. Can you might want to show this, too.
Well, I have to wait till you're...
Yes. Wait, can I... wanted to, like, zoom in on the... Wait.
Just click on the picture.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, Boomer?
Wait, what is this one? Slope of Enlightenment. Valley of Despair. Ah, yes, I like this one. We'll do this one. Open
a
image.
new tab.
Yes. All right. So this is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? So you start out knowing nothing. This is me, basically senior year, first semester, at
UNL. Go on.
No, senior year at high school.
Yeah, but
right?
then
then I quickly progressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then freshman year, sophomore year, and then probably around sophomore year. No, I'm sorry, second semester. No, first. So I started second semester freshman year. So I reached the peak of not stupid my first semester sophomore year. Then second semester rolled around, and I entered Physics 3. And then instantly just
Valley of
within
Despair.
about a month. Well, I guess no, because it kept on. I mean, I still feel like I'm down here. I'm still down here.
Oh, we're all still down here.
And in relation to the average person,
I'm still here.
well, no. No. Well, I guess no. You're probably over here because of how much I've told you, though.
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
competence. Oh wait, but I guess this is how much you know, though, too. I don't know. So
Mine curve's different.
you don't feel like you're confident, though?
Well, it depends.
Maybe
what
you
we're
haven't gone
talking about.
over the peak. Anyways, let me explain how this works. So you go into a subject, anything that you find interesting. You're like, oh, this is easy. I like this, This is kind of fun. What else am I going to learn? What else am I going to learn?
Macroeconomics.
Yeah, and then you start
First
learning
2
more,
weeks.
and then it gets a little bit harder. But then at some point, you learn that everything that you know is just an approximation, and that there is no truth, and there's always this hidden knowledge
You're probably
behind
wrong.
the facts, and that more than likely, you're not seeing the full picture. Once you start to learn at the full picture, is really just a fuzzy outline, you've hit the valley of despair, my friend.
Oh, that's the strings, the fuzzy outline there.
The fuzzy outline?
The vibrating strings.
Yeah, yeah. That's a whole valley of itself. But
well, I'm just making a joke because we're talking about we understand where quantum particles come from.
Yeah.
Strings.
But my point is,
They're just fuzzy out.
my point is though, is that you learn how much you don't know. And that was me in physics 3. I learned how much I don't know because everything that I thought was true, I found out was just an approximation. And that there is really no ultimate truth in physics. There is no way to answer a question without bringing up more questions.
Fun.
Actually, I started to realize this my senior year of high school. So I'd look up various things. And then as I learned about something, I had more questions. And then more questions. And eventually I just got tired of asking questions. But those questions led you down to deeper and deeper paths. And that's when you realize how much you don't know. When you realize how much you don't know, your confidence drops. Because it's like, I want to understand everything, but at the same time, I'm realizing I will never understand everything. I will never understand anything. Because everything is an open-ended question.
Yeah.
But as you start to learn more and more, eventually how you compare to the average person, that gap starts to widen. And your competence grows. You become more and more competent in the subject, but yet at the same time, you feel less and less confident than every other individual walking around on Mount Stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then at some point, you reach some Hawking enlightenment.
I don't think any.
And I'm pretty sure all these guys.
Ever eaten the slope of enlightenment.
Well, because see, then you start to post some revolutionary paper, and I'm sure that starts to boost your confidence.
Yeah, but no one's ever made to the plateau of stability.
I'm pretty sure. No one. I'm pretty
Not
sure
yet.
that this whole thing needs to have more undulations of just up, down, up, down, up,
Yeah.
down. There is no just.
Undulations, nice word.
Hey, you like it?
Yes.
I just feel like this whole thing should be more chaotic.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you know the physics for a Nobel Prize for Physics years was from chaos theory?
Oh, yeah. Was it?
Well, it
For
was
this
3
year?
scientists that studied chaos.
Yeah?
Yeah, one guy did like the atmosphere, some other guy did quantum particles, and a guy did something else.
Ah. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because those people.
You gotta watch the Dr. Becky video. I told you, you gotta watch the Dr. Becky
And
video.
the reason why I say this is that my physics professor, the one who I had him twice. Not because I failed the course. I had him twice because he has his own. So I took him for physics 3, and then I later found out that he has his own course because this guy, literally, you can ask him any question you want, and he'd be happy to talk about it. Well, there's certain topics you should not talk about with him because
any person.
it'll piss him off. I know one of them is asking him what's at the edge of the universe. Just because, like, one of those.
There's no edge, damn it! And then he just explodes, doesn't he?
Well, it's like, to him there are stupid questions.
There's an edge of the there's an
To
edge
him,
of the visible.
there are stupid questions, and you just have to kind of know which battles to pick.
Yeah.
But
There's an edge of the
but
observable universe.
there are questions that he loves talking about,
Of course.
and he will go on for
Why?
20 minutes talking about just various things, and he'll tell stories too.
This was the class with, it was just concepts, right?
No. This is the professor who taught that class. And I
Well, that's what I
later
was talking
and I
about.
later found out that he offered a class that's literally just his
Him
class.
doing that.
It's called, well, the class has a name. It's called Modern Topics in Physics and Astronomy. But it's literally just a topic where he'll just go on rants talking about what he likes to talk about. And it was a very fun class because the whole class is just him going on tangents.
I wanted to come and watch that, but
Yeah.
I never got the chance.
Yeah, it was quite fun. And
I have-
he told me one time that he said, 2 years ago, I would have admitted that we pretty much know everything we know about the sun, and that our whole theory about how stars form and die, it's pretty damn solid. And
that's an idiot statement.
Well, see, the thing is that, we were discovering nothing new. And then all of a sudden, this data comes back about, I don't know what it was, neutrinos or something. And it was
Had
like,
to be neutrinos. It's the only thing we're studying about the star at this point.
no, I
Besides
don't know what it
Parker's
was.
doing. We haven't heard anything about Parker. How is Parker
Oh,
doing?
what about the Corona space probe? The one that was studying, no, that was Parker. That's studying the Corona. I just remember a friend and I were joking about, studying beers in the universe, beers in the sun. No, he was like,
Hey, don't let it
but
drive.
he was like 2 years ago we had this data back that no one could understand, and they're still trying to work out a theory, or
Somebody sneezed on the sensor.
some explanation for why this data is coming
Can
back.
you imagine they just come to that conclusion? Some jackwad freaking sneezed on the sensor.
Yeah, it's in space.
Astronauts. Do you know how the cosmonauts are screwing up the ISS? They could have easily went.
Yeah, they take a spacewalk out to the sun. Achoo!
We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what the Chinese are
It's
doing.
93 million miles away.
Light years, yeah.
Light
We got a real
years.
problem. The sun's 93 million light years away.
It's a bright star, okay?
It's very bright.
Well, enough to keep us warm.
Apparently,
A nice, fine 53-degree average.
the sun could be dead for all we know. Basically, for that point.
Well, it would have been dead 8... Well, it's considered it's dark out. Yeah. I was going to say 8 minutes ago.
No, remember you almost said 93 million light years instead of 93 million miles.
Yeah, so the sun's been dead for 93 million years.
Yeah, we would have no idea
No,
until 93 million years from now.
because we're still feeling all the heat, light, and
Except
gravity.
for those cosmonauts that went and sneezed on the sensor.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, that's interesting.
But yeah, I wonder if there'll be any gurus in physics. Well, see, I feel like a guru in physics is just the whoever you attribute to being the
I feel like any professor is a guru.
well, that too. I was gonna say who's ever holding the Lucretian mathematical chair or whatever.
For what? There's a king of physics.
Yeah.
Is he elected or does he? Or is
I don't
there?
know how to spell the word. Mathematical chair.
No, that's just a chair.
No, it was like I don't even know how to search this.
King of physics.
Newton's chair, because Newton was like one of the first people to hold it.
You probably invented the chair. Nope.
Oh yes.
Ah.
The
Lucinius skin.
this chair, that chair.
This is not a very flattering picture of that scientist. Made him look chubby.
Oh, I didn't spell it. I did alt. Where's your history? All right.
No, well, no, just type in Lucy.
This. I want to search this. What?
Give me that. Stop. Just stop.
Control C.
I wasn't done.
Oh, what were you doing?
But actually, no.
No, wait, yeah. Oh,
That.
Yeah. That. The Lucasian professor of mathematics. Newton was the second person to hold that.
So these
chair.
are the kings of physics.
Yeah. It's a mathematical professorship.
Newton held it for
in
33
Cambridge.
years. Wow.
Established by King Charles.
Oh, so yeah, it isn't an election. Yeah, you're literally there by blood.
Well, no, the whole thing was just that. I mean, now they I don't know how they do it.
Let me see.
now. But anyways,
Wow, there have not been that many. Who's that schmuck?
Lyle Cates, he's the person who holds it now. It's just some mechanics of soft condensed matter. String theory.
Wow, why did
There's
Hawking lose it?
He died
In 2009?
2018.
Yeah, look when he lost it. 2009.
Where do you see?
below.
Oh wait, what is that? Wait, what is that date? Year of appointment. Oh, maybe they had no one. Oh, I don't know why he lost it. He probably retired.
I'm just
He
saying.
retired.
I don't know. Was string? I thought string theory died.
It never died.
I thought we've kind of given up on string theory for the moment until we can build better sensors.
What? No,
Because
it's
they're
our
just-
only
because they
theory.
can't- Oh, that's right.
It's our only theory. We have nothing else. Well, I guess we have loop quantum gravity.
I thought Lupcon. It isn't that pretty much dead.
Well, no, it's unfalsifiable. We don't have enough evidence. We don't have anything to say that is a theory that we can test.
I thought isn't string theory more possible still at this point in time?
Well, the whole thing is that I think it was based off the Higgs boson or whatever.
Right,
And the mass of the Higgs boson is wrong.
Whoops! How come nobody ever talks about that? It was like it's the right Higgs, and no one's ever like it's the wrong Higgs.
No one wants to admit it. This was like another half-hour conversation
Oh, is
that
something
professor went on.
Does this piss him off when people talk about the Higgs?
No, he loves talking about. He loves to piss off those people.
Oh, well,
He
it's
loves
the
to
right
piss-
Higgs. No, it's not.
No, well, no. They tell you they found the Higgs. They never said that. They never said anything about the right Higgs. No.
They found a Higgs.
They said they found the Higgs boson. That's all they say. They just use the word "the" as a noun, not the Higgs boson. Oh no! The mass of the Higgs is wrong. The mass of the Higgs does not support our standard model.
But isn't there multiple different types of Higgs bosons?
We don't know.
Oh,
We don't know.
oh, cool.
The whole thing is that since we found the wrong one, it's like, I guess there's more than one now. I didn't know. I guess there's more than one.
Again, the Russian sneezed on the sensor.
We literally found the wrong one.
Again, somebody
I
sneezed.
guess that means there's more than one.
Again, somebody sneezed.
Mhm.
Right, because wasn't it... Because, like, Becky did a whole video on this. She talked about how we said its mass should be here. And so, like, okay, we should be able to find it with this cyclotron. But the probabilities are too low. So we need to increase the energies to increase the probability. But when you increase the energies, you're going to find something else.
Mhm.
And that's what happened, isn't it? They increased the energies, and they got a different Higgs boson.
Well, that's not what I heard, but whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying now. That's how I'm
Oh.
interpreting it. It's basically, they cranked up the energy to increase the probability of discovering the Higgs, because, well, Fermi could do it, but it was just going to take twice as long as, say, like, the, you're
I'm sorry. I'm not following at all.
Anyways, back to the science discussion.
I'm not following at all.
Doesn't matter anymore. Point is, that's weird that, see, I got into science way before you then, apparently.
I guess. When'd you get in?
So, I was at our aunt and uncle's in 2000 and... Was it 2007? Maybe, I don't know.
That's the year our cousin was born.
Yeah, because I think she was pregnant at the time. Anyways, we were watching Storm Chasers on Discovery Channel. I was like, oh, this is really freaking cool. And so I got home, and I was like, Mom, I need to watch Discovery Channel, so that because they had Dish at the time, and so did we.
Wait,
so,
but weren't you always interested in space and stuff?
right, but never. I was always interested in space,
But not as science.
and I was always asking questions, but never constructively. It wasn't like oh my god, I need to
Until 2007.
Well, it was the summer before. It was the spring of my third grade. Is when this all happened. So basically, I get home, and it was it was almost lunchtime, and I'm like, all right. So I turn it on. I watch one episode of Storm Chasers, and then this other show came on afterwards. I could never read it. Because freaking third grade means I don't know what this says. It was Mythbusters. And my lucky slut got to watch the pilot as the first episode I ever saw.
Literally, the pilot was on that day.
Yes. That's not the day the pilot aired. The pilot had been on since 2003.
Oh.
But that was the first episode I ever saw was the
Jado.
pilot. Was the Jado rocket car.
Yeah.
And that is the moment that got me into science because there was a marathon on that weekend.
Oh, there was a Mythbusters marathon?
Right, yeah. And then I was always watching Mythbusters, and I was on the Discovery Channel constantly. And this was back when the Discovery Channel wasn't just a reality television.
Is this when you just got Dish?
Yeah, because we still had the little diagram that tells you what each channel is, and that's how we figured out what channel Discovery Channel was.
And that's when everything started
I don't know.
in.
Point is, oh yeah, I got bigger everywhere, even the brain.
Even the brain. Yeah. You said your third to fourth. Wait, was it your third to fourth grade year or your fourth to fifth grade year? You were just like 2 grades ahead of everyone.
That was 5th grade. I was at 8th grade level for science. When they tested me, like, yeah, you're
How did they test that?
well, they do the NISA and the MAP tests.
Oh.
And so the NISA test, just basically they give you questions you should be able to answer at your grade level, and they do ones above there. And so, like, if I go and answer, like, a bunch of them correct or all of them correct, obviously I'm well more equipped for more than just 5th grade.
Yeah.
And then the MAP test has just, you answer just this many questions, but they have a whole back catalog of questions they can ask that are ranging of things. And so while you're taking the test, it's trying to gauge where you are in each thing.
Yeah.
And so the MAP test was like, yeah, this guy is he should be in 8th grade.
Oh.
And I remember we only took the MAP test the science MAP test specifically ever so often.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember 9th grade. So that fall we took it, and I was 2nd place in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And my sped teacher, he was just like, I want you to be first. And I'm like, okay. And so it was the day of the test. And I'm sitting there in computer apps, and I'm like, you know what they always talk about in there that I never know how to answer? Ions. But I didn't know what an ion was. I'm like, that'll be the thing that gets me the edge. Oh, it gave me the edge. 10 points! I was 10 points ahead of the next person.
Because you answered an ion question?
Oh, I answered lots of questions about ions.
Wait, like how did this work again? It's like you.
So basically, it keeps asking you questions, you know, and so like obviously it gets to an ion. So like obviously it tests you ions. You don't learn about ions until.
But you knew
chemistry.
about them or something or what?
Well, I remembered them always asking about them.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
I just remembered I'm like ions.
So you went to go look those up or something?
And that gave me the edge because now I'm learning about stuff you don't learn until you're in chemistry.
Oh.
You know, I was learning stuff like you'd be a sophomore, junior in high school.
And so that's how you got first.
By 10 points. Because, like, there was, like, I don't know, the point scale was weird, but, there was probably a range of 50 points for the entire class.
Yeah.
50, 60 points. Maybe more. The stupid end gets pretty damn low.
Have you ever wondered what it'd be like? I thought about this quite often. What it'd be like to go back to like no earlier than middle school, but definitely like high school era, like sophomore, junior year high school, with the knowledge that you have now.
Oh,
and just go.
Didn't I tell you this question where this person asked, "Would you rather be retired? Would be 50 or something? Would you rather be like 50 and have enough money to retire or something, or would you rather go back to to when you were a kid or whatever and have as much knowledge as you have now?" And I'm like, of course I would go back.
Yeah.
Do you realize what I could do?
Yes. No, I've
Not
thought
only
about
break
this.
the stock market, but there'd be a variety of things.
No. I just cannot imagine what it'd be like to go back into high school and be able to ask all the profound questions that I have now, just to well, number one, to be a smart
Slut.
smart slut,
Smart bastard, too.
a smart bastard in class, and just ask these questions.
We've been most hated people.
Just to
face the
piss off the professor.
You mean the teacher?
The teacher. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. They're not professors. They don't deserve the title professor. Teachers.
See, my problem is I already did that. Because my teachers weren't that good.
My physics teacher that I had in high school, he was great. You know, he answered all sorts of questions I had. But the problem is, I was just learning. And so it's very easy for them to ask, for them to have answers to all the questions I have now. But it's like, I could now ask questions that I know there are answers to, but I'd ask them in such a way that I want to hear their response. And because I'm so well informed in said field, I can then have a discussion about their answers. Because see, obviously I could ask answers that we don't know yet, and sure they could talk about it. But I want to ask them questions, the answers that we have, that I'm either confused about and want to learn more about, because I want to talk about that, or just to see like how they answer certain things.
Well, I would certainly go tell our parents to invest all of our stocks in Tesla.
Yeah, but
Or actually, no, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, yeah, no, but
And tell my dad, you're gonna buy Dogecoin.
yeah, Doge.
He'd be like, what? He'd be like,
No,
what? The thing is, though, my dad owns Dogecoin.
You told me that, yeah.
I don't even own some Dogecoin.
No.
And this man
Oh, no,
does.
listen to this though. So my friend that I work with in the frozen department, he said 2 years ago he bought $5 worth of Doge. How he knew about? I don't even know how he knew.
I knew about Doge way more. I knew about Doge before that.
But he bought it. He owned $5
Well,
worth.
I was a
And then-
teenager. I was 14. What was I supposed
So
to do?
at the time, it was like 0.09 cents. It wasn't even a penny yet.
Oh yeah.
And he bought like $5 worth, and then as soon as he made his money back, because I think it went up and down, and then as soon as I think it made like, I don't even know what percentage. Like, all right, we're gonna sell it now. I made my money back.
He could have made so much money. He could have made like $500.
Yep. No,
He regrets it every day, doesn't he?
no, he doesn't really care.
Oh,
He doesn't really
what a
care.
loser. Anyways,
He doesn't
no,
care.
14-year-old me. I knew about people like, oh, you heard about Doge, and I'm like, I
Wait,
look
what
at
is
them
it right
like,
now?
I've known about Doge since I was 14. Actually, it's been going up recently, which pisses me off because I was gonna buy some, and then it went up, and I'm like, well,
It's not up that high. It's 27 cents.
oh, that is lower than last time I looked.
It went up to like 42. And I think that was around.
Yeah, well, yeah, because at the beginning of this month, it was so much lower.
Or no, 80s.
It was at like 19 cents, and
Oh.
and that's when I was looking. I'm like, oh, I should buy some, but I'm gonna see if it drops more.
Well, what is this that you're looking at? Is this Robin Hood?
Yeah. That I have my one free stock that's literally the worst performing stock on the face of the planet. I don't think it's gone. I don't think it's not stable at all. It is. I don't think it's gone up. It's just fluctuates.
Well, Tesla's at 900.
Yeah, dude.
Weren't we gonna split a share?
Well, no, when we were gonna buy it,
It was 700 or 600.
So when we were gonna buy it, we were gonna buy it before the split.
Yeah.
And then it split 3 ways after that. I'm like, do you realize how much we would be worth right now?
Why didn't we do it?
No, we didn't have the money.
Oh, well, now we do.
No, we don't.
We don't?
I don't.
You don't have $300?
No.
Oh. Well, you should have bought it.
Not if I'm going to go on this trip.
Yeah. Because I have $300.
Well, we'll see.
I don't have $900.
It's going to keep going up. It's going to hit a plateau here soon, so we'll see. They might split it again. Hard to say.
It's going to always keep going up.
Do you know what the most valuable U.S. private company is?
Apple.
Private.
Oh. Is Tesla private?
No.
I don't know. What's private?
SpaceX.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. I knew it was something about Elon.
SpaceX. They're the second most valuable private company in the world. I still don't know what
What's
the first
number-
one is,
oh.
but they're the most they're the most profitable one in the country. And actually, they're close to being one of the most valuable companies in the world, because they're worth $100 billion. that puts them at like 120th or 30th in the world.
Yeah.
And they're private. No stocks.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to sell it. Because as soon as he starts giving away shares, he lose power. Because can't eventually people buy out majority shares or whatever and kick him out?
Maybe.
I think that was the whole thing.
Well, also, I mean, like, investors wouldn't like his method of just blowing up rockets constantly.
Yeah.
They would do a Boeing method. They would do a Blue Origins method, like what Jeff Bezos is doing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we're going to build one rocket and we're going to get it right.
Nope.
I mean, they're going to build lots of rockets, but they're not going to build trial runs.
No, you got a trial.
And Elon is doing that, which, I mean, he's making crazy progress. He's literally limited by regulation.
Paul Dirac was a thing. Oh, I moved that whole thing.
Anyways, so that's crazy that I got into science.
And Stokes.
I never realized you were never into science as much as I was. Did you ever get that vibe that I was more into it than you were?
A little bit, yeah. Well, you would always talk about all these things, and I was number one. I never followed the news. Okay.
Oh, that
I never followed the news. But no, I was always interested in math.
I was never interested in the math. The math bored me.
I was always interested in math, and then I never really had access to science resources.
Your parents didn't nurture you, did they?
Well, I mean, they took me to bright lights, which I mean, I got a more broader sense of science that way.
But they weren't just like, we'd go on vacation. Your mom would be like,
We didn't
"Hey,
have money for that."
oh, that's right. Your dad just didn't go. Your dad just doesn't like vacations.
Oh no, he likes vacation. He doesn't like the money aspect of vacations.
Literally, like, they wouldn't just drive. They wouldn't. Like, my parents' idea of vacation was we drive out to a museum for the day.
Do you know how much gas that costs? Do you know how much entry fees cost?
Most museums are very, very cheap, especially if you're having kids. The kids are free.
Well, that was his whole rationale.
Right. $50 for the day to get your kids interested in science, so that maybe you could retire if they became engineers.
Yeah, no, no.
Wow. Maybe you would have become an engineer then.
No, because I still would have gone on job shadows and realized, no, this isn't for me.
You know, I learned. You know how much technicians make?
No.
Well, not technicians say. You know, I was looking at a thing like 10 best STEM majors.
Yeah.
Physics.
Oh, really?
It's in the bottom 10 of the top 10.
Yeah.
You were like 6th or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make 60 grand.
Supposed to.
Well, on average.
We're riding about 20.
I'd assume in this part of the country you ain't making anywhere close to that.
We're making about 24,000 a year right now.
Before tax?
I don't know.
Because you're doing that. If you're doing that.
Well, then again, I'm also not getting 40 hours a week anymore.
Yeah, that is some crap. No, but because like my parents, we went to Springfield just for a vacation because my dad wanted to go to the show there, and then we were at it was the Illinois State Fair. My mom was like, "Hey, there's a science thing over here. Let's go do that." And so we go do that, and then like at the when we were in Chicago for the same vacation, we on Miracle Mile there was like, "Oh, there's a science museum thing over here. Let's go do that."
Yep.
Nurtured. Well, at least my mother nurtured me. Apparently, your dad.
No, money.
Apparently.
Yeah.
They couldn't even take him to Moral Hall. I know our
Grandma took me to Moral Hall.
Grandma took
me to Moral Hall.
Yeah, Grandma nurtured you.
Yes.
You should have asked Grandma to take you to more museums.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I mean, we didn't really go to many. I mean, maybe when we were kids. No, we didn't really go to museums. I went to the Children's Museum several times when I was a kid.
That was always fun. I liked the Children's Museum. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the last time we went was with our little cousin? When she was like 1 or 2?
Well, that was the last time you went.
Oh, did you not go with us that time?
No. I went after that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When I was in, I think, was I a freshman?
Well,
in high
yeah,
school?
you would have been.
Cause I took a bright lights course.
Oh.
Where it was film and photography, and we went down to we went down to the Children's Museum because they had some new exhibit on like balls spinning and going over ramps and stuff. And we went there to go film it because like it was like a film and photography and like broadcasting, so you learn how to like broadcast stuff. And
What
put on,
we do now.
We put on like a show for our parents. And,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But we had to film it and then interview some people there who knew about the exhibit, and yeah, we went and I think we had like an hour to like mess around. Half the stuff we couldn't really mess around with.
But the gopher holes, you can't even fit in the gopher holes.
No,
I'm sure you could have as a freshman in high
you
school.
can run around on top of them though.
Yeah, with the tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then there's that little bead thing that you can put your hands in.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's at the entrance.
Yeah.
We'd always spend so much time at that at the very end when we should have done it at the beginning. Or the waterworks.
Oh yeah.
We would spend so much time with the waterworks.
We did play with that too.
Of course, the waterworks is the best part.
Oh, is it?
Oh, as I always thought it was. That or the.
Oh, and then on the third floor when they had all the airplanes.
Oh yeah, we always fly the shuttle.
You could sit in the little airplane. Yeah.
Or the supermarket was always fun too.
Oh yes.
Kyle told me because I don't remember this. He's like, "You don't remember?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You ran the place." I'm like, "I did." He's like, "Yeah, you increased the prices so much nobody came and bought stuff." And I'm like, "I don't remember that." It's like, "You have not changed since you were 5." And I'm like, "Sounds like me." I came in. He's like, "You just came in, took over the cash register, and said I'm running this joint, and drove everybody out."
I like that. See, that place is just you had all these random things. You had like a little football court you could throw like footballs.
Well, the whole thing was to get kids, and the whole thing about childhood is to figure out what kids want. And if you can get a kid interested in something, then you've really got something there. Because kids aren't interested in anything; they're all over the place.
We should go back as adults.
We need children before we can do that.
No, we just go find some children and say we're taking.
We've had this idea before. We're not. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night. Hopefully, Phil doesn't steal any kids.